friendly, incredibly friendly. And there are so many characters here in town, so many people with stories. In fact, everybody's got a story, perfect in every way, particularly for me and my family. And I'm very, very family orientated. And here they are, in my opinion, and their opinion too. They had an idyllic childhood. I first came into town 50 years ago, and Ireland and Kinsale were very different places back in '69. I arrived in a Ford Cortina, and awful trip. The weather had been lousy, and I came into town one March night, and there was only one light on in town, and that was the Acton's Hotel, and I believe I was the only person to stay there that night. The following day, I decided to go out walking. Most unusual for a young man to go out walking. And it was the perfect day. And on the way round, I was heading up the river. I didn't know where I was going. And a van came along, the bread van. Brendan the Bread picked me up and took me out for a spin in his van. And we went out to the Old Head, doing all his deliveries, and eventually he brought me back to the Dock Bar in Castle Park. And little did I know that one day the Dock Bar would become my local. And so I fell in love with Kinsale that day. And despite the fact I was travelling extensively for the next 20 years, my heart was always here in Kinsale. There are certain things I don't want to change, and this is where the town planners have a responsibility to maintain the integrity and appearance of the town, and the community spirit is vital. And so a solution to some of the problems here are not in building multi-storey car parks. I could support there being a ring road around Kinsale for the through traffic to keep that out of town. Definitely support better community and public transport on a very local basis. I asked my children this question because they are the next generation, and funnily enough, they don't want anything to change because they want to they come home to enjoy what they remember of their childhood. But as they, in 10 years' time, when they might return home to Kinsale with their families, they will be have on their agenda the housing and public facilities and transport.